Welcome in. It is the local and community issues and answers right here with Jonathan Lawson. So thankful to have in the studio with me today Miss Ernestine Collins, and we're going to talk about cancer. We're going to talk about a serious topic today because a lot of people, Ernestine, is going through cancer or having treatments. And tell the good folks how that you're a cancer survivor.
Gee, it's a long story as far as being a cancer survivor, but first of all, I want to say thank you for having me on, and I hope that we can help someone today. And but in December of 2011, I was diagnosed with follicular non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and that's a cancer of the lymph nodes, and it affects the immune system, and the immune system, of course, as you probably already know, fights off diseases and everything like that to keep the body healthy. But in January of this year, I started chemotherapy, and my doctor used a treatment on me which was called CHOP-R, and it was very rough, but with God's help, first of all, I want to say I made it through, and I am a survivor.
Exactly. And you know, for a lot of people that's under the sound of our voice, whether they got a loved one or a family member that's dealing with cancer, the first thing that pops in their mind is when they say they have cancer, the first thing that comes to their mind is like shock and what am I going to do? So
Yes.
we want to try to help steer people in the right direction. You know, maybe families out there, maybe with a father or a grandfather or grandma, somebody in your family dealing with cancer. What can people do?
Well, first thing that someone thinks about, I'm speaking for myself, is cancer is almost like a death sentence for people, and the first thing you think of is death. But there is so much help out there. There's so much more advance in the medical field, you know, and good doctors and everything, that there's help. So don't, even if you've been diagnosed out there with cancer, don't think of death. Think of living, and fight with all of your might to do that. Find the best, because there are good and there are bad. We all know that. And search until you find a doctor that you have some confidence in, some faith in, and that you can talk to one-on-one as we are talking today.
Exactly.
If you have a doctor that just kind of pushes you off and says, well, we'll do this or we'll do that, he don't explain anything, you get away from them immediately. Go to someone that will treat you like family and say, I want to help, and we're going to do this, and this will help. But there's also so many different associations that helps financially and everything like that. In my own little town, Barberville, Knox County, we have a Knox County Cancer Association, and they do help Knox County patients financially. And but there's just so much, such a big area with cancer, Jonathan, that we could talk all day and not cover it.
Exactly.
But
it means so much to people too once they're having to take these treatments and they're traveling. The Knox County Cancer Patient Fundraisers in Barberville, they help people on their travels, on their stays. The American Cancer Society,
exactly.
There's so many. They've got all kinds of projects, the Relay for Life, the Walk for Cancer. All different things are reaching out to people, and we need to support these causes.
Yes, we do. The Knox County Cancer Society, as in October, I think it's, I'm not exactly sure of the date, within the next 2 weeks, they're having a singing, which all the funds will go towards that cause. And we do need to support them, because we never know when it's us or when it's one of our loved ones. I myself, we just had to say goodbye to a nephew from cancer. My brother has cancer, and it's everywhere. It has no respect to persons. Even children, newborn babies are getting cancer. So the type of cancer that I had was called follicular non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And this year alone, Jonathan, and the year is not over, there's been over 70,000 cases of just that type of cancer, and like 30,000 have passed away from it, you know, so, and the survival rate is 7 to 10 years even after treatment, but
You know, the thought just occurred to me. Once somebody experiences this, like what you went through, you appreciate life so much more.
Yes, you do.
Appreciate your health. You don't take things for granted. You make every day count. And, you know, that's the way we need to live our lives. We need to be so thankful to God and Jesus that He's give us life and give it to us more abundantly.
Yes, exactly. There was moments, I could actually probably say hours and days during my treatment period, that I didn't know I was alive. There was times that I was so bad that I didn't care if I lived or not. But then you get that one little moment that